can't keep doing
That thing goes in so easy, so it didn't snap in, it just sits there. Okay, that's not too bad.
You're live. Alright. You'll see stuff here.
Alright, just gotta wait for people to come in, right?
Yep.
There's one person.
Yeah, oh, this is kind of cool. So it shows you all the current viewers, chat rate, playbacks, average watch time for everybody that comes in.
It didn't tell me who's here, though.
New members, chat revenue. Whenever they start popping in, it will. As right now, there's only one viewer.
I'm John.
But you'll get notified whenever you have a new member. Okay. I don't know. Got another message on CAPI. I don't know.
Appreciate it. All right, we are back. Sorry about that. It is an issue with YouTube. It's not on our end. All our audio and video and everything is playing perfect. There's going to be a bit of a delay on the way we had to do this, so unfortunately we had to deal with that. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay now. You should be able to. Let's see if we can. Yes, please, let me know. Not seeing any chats. Mr. Ward. Hello, Mr. Ward. Can you hear me okay? And nobody's answering. Awesome. Thank you, Corey. The sound is fine. All right, we got 3 people on. Who's all on? If you're on, send me a message. Just say hello. Let me know you're here. We're sorry about that. A technical snafu. Like I said, it wasn't on our end. It's on YouTube's end. We don't know quite what's going on with that, but
My sound is fine. I mean, like you were screaming.
Oh, really?
It is ridiculously loud.
All right, we're gonna lower that a little bit. Hold on.
Say something. Oh.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
I guarantee you that sounds 10,000 times better. That was so. Okay.
Sorry about that. We were a little bit loud. Thank you, buddy. Hey, Wesley, how's it going? Let's let everybody get back on. Sorry about that. Once again, it was not on our end. It is a YouTube issue. All our audio and video and everything is working top notch. We were in the 100% on everything. Our range was great. Our signal was its best as it could be. It was 100%, so it wasn't on our end. The delay is not that bad either. It's just checked. I'd say about 10 seconds. All right, cool. So our lag is not too bad. The producer says it's only about 10 seconds, so I think we can deal with that. Oh, also, when you start a new job tomorrow, where are you going to be working? Where's John at? John, are you on? If you need me, message me on Facebook. Love you. Love you too. Thank you. Yes, I will. Most certainly. Sorry, the cats are going crazy again. Every time I come in here, they go a little nuts. Let's give it a couple more minutes, let everybody get back on. Subway, not the best job at N16, so I can't really do much, but money's no matter how you make it, I guess. That's right. Subway's not a bad job. Subway's a good job. I would love to work at Subway. Subway's not a bad job at all, man. That's a good job. I would owe them money at the end of the day if I worked there, though, because when it come time for payday, I would just have to sign my check over back to them because I would eat my paycheck, I'm sure. But I think most Subways you get like a free meal, one free meal a day if you work there. That's how most of them are. So it wouldn't be too bad. Tom, are you back on? Who all's on? If you're on right now, just say hi in the message. Just send me a hi. You get 35% off there. Most of them you get it free, but that's still cool. $3 for a foot long. That's awesome. Yeah, I'd be in trouble. I'd be $3 and it up all the time. So I could eat about probably in an 8-hour shift. I could probably eat 8, probably 8 Subways, foot long Subways. At least one an hour. We're going to give it a few minutes and see if everybody comes back on. If not, then we'll just call it. So right now it's showing one viewer. And nobody has said hey, so I don't even know if I have that many. Hey, John, you're back. You got my ingestions planned? I'm guessing that was supposed to be something else, Wesley. Okay, yeah, John, if you would go invite everybody. And I'm back on here. Everybody, it's showing me I have 4 on now. Let me know you can hear me. Just give me a hi or a thumbs up or something in the comments. Let me know you're here. I can still do participants. Let's see. No. It won't let me. I'm in my investigations plan. Yeah. We're getting them all the time. We're getting investigations all the time. They're coming in faster than we can handle, actually. Thanks to our new team manager. See if I can get this up and see how bad this lag is. Y'all give me just a second. Be patient. It's not showing me his own right now for some reason. Oh, here it is. All right, can you guys hear me? All right, I was just checking. The delay's not that bad at all. I didn't see your post about Huntsville, John, and you didn't tell me about it either. What about it? Hey, Beth, welcome back. Sorry about that. Now that everybody's starting to kind of fall back in, I want to let y'all know. Let me turn this sound down. Kind of aggravating. But I want to let y'all know that it was not a CAPI issue. It's not something on uh, our end. It's on YouTube's end because all of our stuff is showing in the green. We're good. We were on audio, video, and everything. Well, there is a little bit of a lag. It's going to be probably about 5 to 10 seconds, depending on where you're at in your feed. But we're just going to deal with the lag. I do apologize, but I think what I'm seeing up there is what I'm seeing up here as well. Let's make sure. Yeah, lag's not that bad. It's just a few seconds now. So sorry about that. All right, everybody. As people come in, we'll do announcements. Um, if my grammar and spelling is worse than usual, I apologize. I'm currently on my way to Huntsville, Alabama for the week. Oh yeah, you're driving, so you're doing text, voice to text. So it's kind of. I'm glad you're doing that though. So you're being safe. But All right, let's talk about a few things. I have a few announcements to do. I guess the first announcement is sponsorships. Um, I think what we're going to do is we're going to do away with the sponsorships. Um, no one wanted to do them, so we're just not going to be able to do them. We're not going to have a sponsorship program anymore. I wanted to do it, especially. Um, he's not texting Michelle. She says, "Why are you texting?" If you read his comments, he said he's doing voice to chat, voice to text. Do you actually have to go to the page, CAPI Paranormal page, or use the link that I posted on Facebook? You could do either way, I think. We're moving from gravel road to gravel road, trying to evade the police. That's cool. Y'all, Katie is out in Iowa, and they're shooting fireworks, so they're having to move around. They'll shoot a little bit and then move, and then shoot a little bit and move. So it's cool. We did that here a few years ago in my town here in Elmore County, but in Millbrook it's illegal to shoot fireworks within inside the city limits, and we're inside the city limits. So what we would do is we would go out on the road and light one, and we were doing big. We sold fireworks. That's what was one of our businesses is that we sold fireworks. So we always had the really cool stuff. And so we would go out on the road in front of our home in our neighborhood. This is like a suburban neighborhood. The houses are close, and it's like houses everywhere. And we would go out and we would light them up, and they would go off, and then we would watch them go off, and then we'd run in the house, and then wait and see if a cop came. And if a cop didn't come, we'd go back out. If a cop did come after they were there, and they would get out and look to see the black on the ground and all that, we would walk out like, "What's going on? Who was shooting fireworks?" So you can't prove anything. Like Bart Simpson used to say, "I didn't do anything. You can't prove anything." Or how did he say it? I didn't do anything. Nobody saw me do it. I didn't do it. Nobody saw me do it. You can't prove anything. That's it. Let's see, loud and clear. I'm doing an interest post about possibly doing a live Facebook stream from the Dead Children's Playground this week. Oh, cool. That would be awesome. Slow mode is on. Yeah, sorry, Michelle. That's the only way we could do it and it not be a super lag. If we didn't do it that way, the lag was going to be like over a minute. So slow mo was the only way we could do it. You could only send one every 45 seconds, a message. I don't know. I'm not understanding why you can buy them, but it's illegal to shoot them. I know, right? That's stupid. Used to be years ago in the state of Alabama, there was nowhere in the state of Alabama you could shoot fireworks. No, it was against the law anywhere in the state. But thankfully, they got that changed. Hey, Tom, he's back. But all right. So now that everybody's here, I'm going to do away with the sponsorships. All right, we're not going to do the sponsorships anymore. Nobody wants to do them, or nobody can do them, whatever the case may be. We're just going to keep doing CAPI Live as long as I possibly can. We do have some fundraising ideas coming up. We've got the meet and greet on the. When's the meet and greet, Michelle? Not John, because you always get it wrong. Michelle, when's the meet and greet? Me and my friends shot fireworks Wednesday, but we don't live. Yeah, you're lucky you don't live inside the city limits. It's definitely not the 17th, Tom. It is this coming Saturday. What is the date, though? What is the date number? We tried to shoot them at my brother's house, but his crabby neighbor was watching out her window, just waiting to call the cops on us. Old crotchety woman. Yeah, all neighborhoods have that one person. Ours is a male. Ours is an old crotchety man. Why did you think the meet and greet was on the 17th, Tom? You haven't been paying attention. What is this coming Saturday? What is the date, the number? What is today? Today is Sunday the 7th. Sure. Saturday the 13th. Okay, cool. Thank you, Michelle. It is Saturday the 13th. We're going to do the meet and greet at Shoney's in Wetumpka, Alabama. Saturday the 13th at 5 p.m. We call them all Miss Kravitz, right? From the Bewitch. That's cool. But it's going to be Saturday at 5 p.m. It starts at 5 at the Wetumpka Shoney's on 231. If you need directions to that, just Google Wetumpka Shoney's. There's only one. It's right there on Highway 231. I had the address. I could probably get it again. Let's see what the address is, just so you guys will know. I'm going to look up the address for you guys and put it on here because I want everybody to come. Oh, we do. That would be so cool if everybody was able to come. And we have a really good time. It is going to be, all right, I'm going to put it in here, but I'm also going to tell you it's 4700 U.S. Highway 231, Wetumpka, Alabama. So if y'all can put that in here, I'll put it on here as well. 40. There, 4700 U.S. Highway 231, Wetumpka, Alabama. All right, let's see. Let me catch up real quick. 17th, Saturday, we call them in Scrabble. No, it's on the 13th in Garner, Iowa at 5 p.m. I sure wish, Katie. You're too funny. Hello, what I want to know is what I see when I try to sleep before I fall asleep. I see repeating random patterns moving like persons or objects, like grayscale images repeating themselves. Trying to push in 3 times, but slow mode is on. I know, I'm sorry. I don't have any other choice but have slow mode. Sheraton, I hope I'm saying that right. Hello, by the way. Thank you for joining us. If you guys are new here and you've never been on before, if this is your first time being on, please go hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Everybody go hit the like button, whether you've been on or not. Please, everybody go hit the like button right now for me. Hit the thumbs up for me. And then if you haven't already, hit subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll know when we're on. We are on every Sunday night at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, as we are in Central Alabama. This Sheraton says, what I want to know is what I see when I try to sleep before I fall asleep. I see repeating random patterns moving like persons or objects, like grayscale images repeating themselves. How old are you, Sheraton? Give me an idea of your age range. So, what time Saturday? It's 5 p.m., Beth. At Shoney's in hashtag newbie at Shoney's in Wetumpka, Alabama. 5 p.m. at Shoney's in Wetumpka. Hope everybody can make it there. We will have, this is going to be a family-friendly meet and greet. Sometimes we have meet and greets where it's not a great idea to bring your child because we may do a little adult beverages. This one we will not be doing adult beverages because Shoney's doesn't serve them. But I'm 44 and been seeing these images since I was in my 20s, I guess, and I like and solved it now. Oh, thank you, Sheraton. Sheraton, there's a bunch of cases that could be. It's not paranormal, it's physical or mental, depending on which way it goes. But if that's really happening, I would go to a neurologist if I was you, and talk to them about uh, psychomotor seizures. Psychomotor seizures. I didn't say that right the first time. I don't think it came out fast. But yeah, talk to them about that. It's not paranormal. Oh darn, no margaritas. I know, right, Michelle? But this is going to be a family-friendly meet and greet, so you can bring the kids. We encourage it. Please do. We're going to have a lot of fun. If you can't make it, I'm talking to people like Katie, and where's Donna, by the way? Someone go invite Donna. Go holler at Donna and tell her to get her behind on. But for people that can't make it, like Katie and Veronica and all them, we're going to do a live stream this time during the meet and greet, because we're also going to be selling cleaning products. I don't know the stipulations behind the cleaning products. I just know they're industrial and they're extremely good and they're not super expensive. So you guys, I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to do the sponsorship anymore. I'm going to obliterate the sponsorship program because nobody wants to do it. We're just going to do CAPI Live for as long as I can afford to do it, because it's coming out of my pocket. Everything is. For as long as I can afford to do it, and then when I can't afford to do it no more, we'll just stop. So it is what it is. So, but we are going to do other fundraisers, like this event Saturday. We're going to do that fundraiser. And now I have awesome news. This is the best for a lot of y'all. This is going to be the best announcement you've heard in a long time on CAPI Live. I have found a venue to do the class investigation. All right. So we have a class coming up. What date, John, is on the class? I want to say it's the 20th. I think it's the 20th of this month. We have a class up. Right now we have 12 people signed up for the class. If you're interested in taking the paranormal class, it will teach you everything you need to know about investigating the paranormal, haunting wise, for looking for ghosts. Yeah, Saturday the 20th is the class. Yes, thank you, Michelle. July 20th is the class. Yeah, all right, thank you. Um, that's what I thought it was the 20th. But if you're interested and you haven't gotten signed up, talk to John Bowen. Y'all see him on here. Y'all just talk to him. Go to our Facebook page and you will see John, and just talk to him and get that set up. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this class coming up on the 20th, and then very soon after that, once I get all the ducks in the row and everything, we're going to go to our investigation site. I'm not going to tell you what the site is. Here's your options on the site. There are hotels close by if you're coming from afar off, like Katie, if she's able to make it. If you're coming from far off, there are hotels close by you can stay in. There's camping allowed where we're going to do this at. Everybody on here, once I announce where it's going to be, which will be after the 20th, after the class, John and I are not going to say where it is yet. John, do not say where it is yet. Hey, Donna, there she is. We were worried about you, darling. But where's the venue? I can't tell you, Beth. I'm not telling anybody where it's at yet, but it's a done deal. It's happening. We're going to do it. It's freaking amazing. The only bad downside to it is there's a charge to get in to where we're going, but it's only $3, right? Only $3. So y'all can handle. I know everybody can handle $3, right? If you can't, talk to me and we'll work something out. But anyway, it's going to be freaking awesome. It's a perfect place to do this. There's camping there. Like I said, we can go camp. So I think that's what I'm going to do for that weekend is I'm going to camp there. Had technology in it. So did we before. Yeah, it's going to be awesome, guys. So we have a venue. We have it. It's done. It's going to be amazing. Actually, I won't tell y'all what happened. John and I had an investigation last night. We were on an investigation in up close to Birmingham. And we went and did the investigation. It was a really small area that we did the investigation, so it didn't take us long. I think we were there for like an hour and a half, hour 45, maybe right at 2 hours. Like the entire thing was like 4 rooms. The entire area that we did was like 4 rooms. It was super small, so it didn't take a long time to cover it. But we did the investigation. John felt like he got touched during the investigation, so that's his first time on that. So that's pretty cool. Uh, I'm sorry, where did you say the venue was? I'm not telling you where the venue was, Beth. I didn't say. That's not going to work. It's close. All right, it's Central Alabama. I'll put it that way. But uh, after the investigation, John and I went and got some dinner, a late dinner, and because I was starving, I hadn't eaten that day, yesterday at all, because I was busy working, and my yawns are going to start now. Um, the I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. Oh, we were talking back and forth about, stuff that we have coming up and stuff we've got to do. We've got a couple of things that are pressing that we got to get finished so we can get it to the client. Um, we've got this class coming up, and we had to have a venue. We were talking about the class, and we was like, it's cool that we have 12 people signed up for the class, and it's going to be a great class and everything. And John made the comment. He's like, we still need a venue. We still need somewhere to put, to go so that everybody can take the class. And so uh, the we were talking about different places that we could go to, and this just popped in my head. I don't know why, but it just popped in my head, and I was like, "Holy crap! This is the perfect spot." And we pulled it up on my phone on the computer and looked at it, and we were looking at the venue and looking at the area and all the places that are there and how huge it is, and we were just like, "Oh my God, this is the best freaking place in the world to do this." So it is happening, and we will. I will announce where that is after the class on the 20th, so everybody can get their ducks in a row to be able to attend. We hope that you can attend. People like Katie and Beth and all you that have either taken the class or going to take the class on the 20th. We hope that you guys will try your best to attend. Okay, let me catch up with y'all. But I'm super excited to announce that we do have a venue now. We are going to do it. It is accommodating. It is. It's wonderful. It's a perfect place. So 20 is where's the venue? I'm here now. Have you ever heard of a haunted bridge in Oxford, Alabama? Yes, Wesley, I've heard of that bridge. Sorry, I didn't see that earlier. Um, and it falls into our old wives' tale category, Wesley. We don't list it as haunted. Make sure I'm getting caught up. I can only do glamming. Remember, I'm stuck up. Katie gets stuck on. I don't know if you're stuck up, but you do get stuck on one thing. We know, Katie. Yep. Waffle House without me. Hey, that's between you and John. Did I let the cat out of the bag there, Johnny? Just making sure. Blah, blah, blah. Surely I can make Central Alabama. Surely I can make Central Alabama. That'd be awesome, Beth. I hope you can. I'm with you, Katie, on the glamming. Hey, Shannon, I didn't see you pop in. When is this? It will be soon after the class. Certificate time. Woohoo. Yep, Tom, you'll be getting your certificate. It will be very soon after the class, Donna, on the 20th. The class is on the 20th. We'll be doing it probably the next, if not that next weekend, within a couple of weekends after that. It'll be pretty fast. I prefer glamping. Y'all can do all your glamping all you want. But we're camping. You don't have to camp there if you don't want to. It's not a requirement for the investigation or for the thing. You can go. There's hotels close by that you guys can go to if you want to. Come in. You want to come say hey? So I'm super excited about that. It's finally happening. So we'll get that done really, 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 really quick. I can definitely make Central Alabama. Do you have to attend the class? Because I'm not sure if I'll be off on the 20th. Yes, Wesley, you have to attend the class first. We have the class on the 20th, but we're going to have more classes after that. And I think this venue that we're going to use, it'll be a recurring thing, so you can do it again. So if you don't make this class, you can make the next one. All right. So for everybody that is signed up for the class, everybody say hey, hey Dakota. Say hey. Don't just wait. Say hey.
Hi.
You was waving at yourself, wasn't you?
Yeah.
She's looking at us in the little box.
It's so cool. It's like we're doing it, and then it peeks after us.
Yeah. After we say it, it's called a lag. All right. So here's how that works, Wesley, and anybody else that wants to take the class and do the investigation. You do the class. There's a $25 charge for the class, of course. That just pays for your packet and your certificate and all that stuff like that, and the equipment I need for this. But oh, you showing them the kitty. But you take the class and then you do an investigation afterwards, and then 10 investigations after that, you become a full-fledged investigator. But the class is $25. Like I said, CAPI makes no money on that whatsoever. We don't do it for money. We do it for the education. And then you do the investigation. All right. And yes, on these investigations, you have to take the class before you can go on these investigations, on training investigations. There's just if I just let everybody that wanted to just come to the investigation, then it takes away from the people that actually took the class. Y'all see what I'm saying? If I just let every Tom, Dick, and Harry come to the investigation, I'm taking away from the people that actually took the class and they're taking this and doing this investigation, because that investigation is part of the class. See what I'm saying? That's the only reason I'm a kind of a stickler on that. The investigation's actually part of the class. Your first investigation after you finish the class is part of the class, and then you get your certificate. So if I allow anybody to come on that investigation, if I got 12 people that took the class and they all show up for the investigation, and then I have 15 people that want to come just because it's fun, then I'm having to look at 27 people now when I should only be looking at 12. See what I'm saying? I should be only concentrating on the 12 that took the class and they're doing this for a reason instead of just doing it for fun. So that's the only reason. Now, Wesley, you're more than welcome to come to the other investigations, of course, anytime you want. Well, not anytime you want. We don't always have that choice. It's up to the client. But yeah, I'm sure you can get on an investigation as a guest. I don't have a problem with that. I would do that for you. He's a family guy, so of course I would do that. Everybody is family in CAPI. But yeah, I would let you come on an investigation just like I would anybody else. But as far as the training investigations go, this venue, I want y'all to know, this venue that we're going on is not famous for activity, but there has been reports of activity there. So it is what it is. So we're going to see how that works. But let me catch up. Shani, you work in Birmingham? Okay, cool. I could definitely make Central Alabama, so you have to attend the class before, because I'm not sure. Oh, no. Yeah, you have to attend the class because they're not required for the meet and greet. No, absolutely. The meet and greet, anybody can come. We do those every month. We do a meet and greet every single month. We try to change up the venues. We try to change up the host. This meet and greet is going to be hosted by myself and Michelle and John. It's in my area, but Michelle's going to kind of, once we get started and everything, and everybody, I think what we're going to do is we're going to go in, everybody will order their food and eat, and then after we eat, we'll have our presentation. There'll be CAPI merch on site. There'll be and then Michelle's going to take over and do a presentation of her business, and that's going to be 100% beneficial to CAPI. They're donating the money to the CAPI fund, all right, to the CAPI research fund, which is freaking phenomenal. I mean, everybody should be thanking Michelle and John for doing that. But yeah, so we're going to help that out. So you guys try to, anytime you want to come to a meet and greet, we do those every single month. Different people host it, and then different locations, so that it's kind of fair. Maybe like this meet and greet, I only have to drive to Wetumpka, which is about 25 minutes for me. But the last meet and greet, I had to drive an hour. The next one I may have to go 2 hours. But other people won't have to drive it a few minutes. So that's how we're going to do that. So Nathan says he doesn't know if he'll let me go to the investigation or not. Okay, well, if you can't make it, you can't make it. I still can't get over that let me go somewhere part, though. Wow. But yeah, if you can't make it, you can't make it. I couldn't imagine my wife saying, Johnny won't let me do that. I can't imagine me saying my wife won't let me do something. It don't work that way, sorry. But hey, that's cool. Yeah, if you can't make it, there's nothing you can do about it. There'll be more. So if you can't make that one, you can make the next one, if he'll let you. Everybody's invited to the meeting greet on the 13th. Yes, absolutely. Please, everybody come. We would love that. If we could like pack Shoney's out with CAPI family, that would be like freaking phenomenal. Katie says, hey, beautiful girl. Dakota. Can I take the class again as a refresher? Yes, absolutely you can. And you don't have to pay for it. Well, what were we doing on that? Yeah, you don't have to pay for it if you want to take it again. But there's a limit to how many can. So if you want to get with John, Katie, and let him know that you want to do it again. But I don't know what the limit is yet, but I think there's going to be a limit to extra people. But yeah, get with John and he'll put you down. If you want to take it again, I think you're the only one that said so far they wanted to. So you should be able to get in. Let's see. Wes, are you in relation to Misty Kilgore? I don't think so. John Wes is my nephew. He's my brother's son. Thank you, guys. Can you discuss the Post 101 class? Can I discuss? What about it? Hashtag public speaking is not my strong suit. This isn't public speaking, Michelle. This is you doing a demonstration to your family. Oh, by the way, as soon as I get my debit card, I'm going to buy some CAPI merchandise now that I make my own money. That's awesome. Yeah, anytime, just contact Michelle, my wife, on merch. And that's anybody. Anybody that wants to buy merch, contact Michelle Rushing on the CAPI page or on my page or on her page. Just contact her and she'll get you set up with the merch.
Bye.
John, bye baby. I'm not sure I'll have to ask my dad. I don't think you are, Wesley. I don't know a Misty Kilgore, but you could be, and I just don't remember them. So I don't know. There's a lot of family I don't remember. It depends on the limit on Skype. If only allow X amount, X amount of people, the priority will be those that pay for the class. Okay, John. Yeah, that makes sense. It'll be. Thank you for saying that. I didn't think about that. Katie was asking, could she take a refresher, and I don't never have a problem with that. But I think Skype. I think there is a limit to how many people can be on. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to find out the limit, and then if there's whatever the limit is for the people on Skype, I don't know what it is right now, but I'll find it out. If it's more than or it's less than what is signed up for the class, then we can fill those seats with refreshers. So I'll let you know, Katie. Either me or John will let you know if we're able to add another person. All right. So, but if you know this, if you want to take the class as a refresher, there is no charge for that. I don't think I'm going to charge for that. At first, I think one time before I said I was going to charge $10 for refreshers, but I don't think I'm going to do that. It's kind of crazy. If you want to take it again, that's fine. Just take it. But and that's how we're going to do it. Is if it whatever class that we have, if there's seats available, as far as Skype lets me, then we'll do it. Now on live classes where it's just people in a room with me, there's no limit. You can have, ever how many people we want. I used to teach CPR to over 150 people. So, yeah, it's no big deal. We can do that. So, um, you can definitely come and do research or refreshers. John will get with you and let you know on that, or me. One of us will get with you and let you know how many seats we have available. But like I said, if we don't have any seats available for this class, we're going to do these classes. John asked me the other day. He says, if I have the people to take the classes, how many classes are you willing to do? I said, I'll do a class a week, and I will. I'll do a class every freaking week. And now that we have a venue that we can go to that I don't know for sure, but I think we're going to be able to use multiple times. I think we should be able to. I didn't ask, but I'll find out. But we'll do a class a week. So if you don't make this, if you want to do a refresher, Katie, or anybody, and you don't make it to this class because it was full, which I think this class coming up is going to be full because I think we have 12 people. And I want to say, don't hold me to this. I shouldn't even say it because I don't even know if it is or not. But I think 10 is the limit that I can fit on here. But I don't know yet. But we're going to find that out. But if you're not able to make this one, just you can make the next one. So that's no problem. All right. And I'll also do private refreshers too. But there's a charge for the private refreshers, and it comes with an extra class. Case studies are not always case studies. It's going to be different classes on there, but I'm working that out. But anyway, let me catch up. Oh, by the way, got that. Got that. Yeah, same thing. I will audit the class. You will audit the class. What does that mean, Tom? I don't know what you mean. I will. Were you trying to say I will attend the class? No, not like that. Just concerned for me because Nathan doesn't know anyone. I think you know me well enough. I do what I want to do. I know, Katie. I'm just picking on you. After 101 on 102 in investigation, I thought you had additional training. There is additional training, Tom. That's why you can do 10 investigations. Understand where you are coming from. Yeah, of course, I understood you, Michelle. I mean, Katie. Misty Kilgore, I signed up for the class on the 20th. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you did. And I don't think she may be a Ken. I don't know, but I don't think she is. The class is over Skype. Yes, Wesley, the class is over Skype. I am paying you if I can take the refresher. No, you don't have to pay for refreshers, Katie. The one-on-ones that we do, I've already said. I mean, I'm not just doing that for you. I'm doing it. That's anybody. If you do the class, and you want to do a refresher later on, and you just want to attend the class that has a spot for you, you can sit in and watch it. It doesn't matter. The only thing is I ask people that have already taken the class. Um, you can only ask questions during breaks, not during the class. Only during breaks. So all you have to do is just write your questions down, and if you say, hey, I want to know this, this, and this, then it'll be, you can get it out during the break. But for the people that pay for the class, then they can, that's their time. But during breaks, if you have a question, oh, you said this, but it was different from the last time, or I didn't understand it this, or I thought it was this way, or something, whatever the question may be, and then you can ask that during breaks. So I don't have a problem with that. But no, you don't have to pay for refreshers. I won't allow anybody to pay for a refresher. But now, I do have another class in the planning stages right now. I haven't put it together yet, but I have another, what's called a personal one-on-one. That will be just me and maybe 5 people, probably on Facebook Live. Either that or over the telephone or in person, depending on if they can or not. So I'm not going to Skype that one, I don't think. I think that's just going to be, that's either going to be Facebook Live, telephone, or in person. But I'm putting that one together, and what that one is it's going to be a specialty course, like if you want to know more about demonology, we'll do that. If you want to know more about case studies, we'll do that. If you want to know more about poltergeist, or it's just going to be those small, intimate classes, and the limit for that one, like our limit for the big class is 10, the limit for this class is going to be 1. If I have at least one person that wants to do it, we're going to do it. All right, there is going to be a charge. I don't know what the charge is yet. I'm going to figure that out. But it's just going to be a one-on-one, and I say one-on-one, it wouldn't be, I mean, there may be just one person take the class, that's fine. But if there's like 5 people, I'm still going to be like, it's just going to be real intimate. It's not going to be, a whole 10 people, that we got to deal with. It's just going to be a small, intimate thing. Now, the length of that class is going to depend on the subject matter. If it's demonology, the length of that class can go as long as the regular class, 8 hours. You never know. If it's something like occultism and how it relates, whatever. We're going to do these little specialty classes that you can pin on your certificates as your paranormal studies. Because I wanted to, the class itself was originally called Paranormal 101, and we've changed that to Ghost Hunting 101. But this one, the reason is because we don't teach the Paranormal 101. That kind of insinuates that we're going to teach you the paranormal. We're not, because it would take a lot longer than, I've been studying since I was 16. So, hello. There y'all. Someone sent me a message. But, yes. Person who just sent that, yes. The answer is yes. If you, these little classes are going to be, like I said, depending on the subject matter, is how long it's going to be and how much it's going to cost. But it's going to be specialties to where if you look up, like I've told people before, study the paranormal, get into it. Don't just stop at hauntings, keep going. And if you get into something and you're like, hey, I've been looking at this, this, and this, and I'd really love to take a class on this. And so we're gonna tag those in there. So. You have to bribe him with food. How do I sign up? Talk to John Bowen, Wesley. John, talk to Wesley. Y'all PM or whatever. And if you've already taken the class, you cannot answer the questions unless called upon. Right. And you're not going to be called upon. I can pretty much guarantee you that. You won't be called upon if you're doing a refresher. Break times are going to be, what we're going to do is you can text me, you can PM me, or you can talk to me via Skype during breaks if you have questions. You can text me your questions during the class. You can't talk to me on Skype during the class and answer questions. And this is only for refreshers, people that are doing refreshers. This is not for the class. The class, if you're taking the class for the first time, you've paid and you've done it, it's your show. You get to ask a question anytime you want. You can chime in anytime. You can stop me and say, hey, wait, I don't understand this. Or can you go back to this? That's your prerogative. It's just like a classroom. Anytime you need to know something, I want you to stop me and ask me. But for refreshers during the class, you can't. You can text me or you can PM me a question so that you don't forget it when we go to break. But we're going to have like maybe 1 or 2 10-minute breaks, 10 or 15-minute breaks, and then we're going to have an hour lunch. So we'll have plenty of break times. So if you have a question that you want, you can write it down and just talk to me during break on PM or text, or you can text it or PM it to me during the class, and then I'll go to it. And during breaks, I'll go to those questions. If I want to go out and smoke a cigarette, I'll take my phone and go out and smoke a cigarette and look at the questions on there. So, yeah, but we can. It'll work out. I promise you. After this over, John, I'll PM you. Okay, that'll be fine. Yeah, just holler at him. He'll get you set up, Wesley. And like I said, I don't know if anyone's going to be able to be added to this class that's coming up on the 20th. I'm going to find out tomorrow what my limit on Skype is, and then everybody will be contacted and let you know if you can attend the class or not. So, but yeah, if you don't make it to this one, there's another one coming. I promise you. We're going to do these classes. I love the class. The class is what we're all about. The people that's been watching this since the beginning and it's been with CAPI and you're in the CAPI family, you know that my number one thing in the paranormal is education, is getting it right, doing the paranormal the way the paranormal is supposed to be done, not this bullshit that Hollywood and media and television, it's all great. I love Supernatural. I love the movie Supernatural. It's one of my favorite series in the world. I'm a Dean and Sam freak. I love them. I was watching Dean do a lot of. Y'all check out Dean singing. Homie can sing. I can't remember his real name, John. Pop his name up. But I love Supernatural. I used to love the Ghost Whisperer. Medium. I love the Medium. Um, I I even used to watch Ghost Hunters taps back in the day, before they got all sellout kind of crap. Which was their downfall. But I used to watch that. I used to love Ghost Hunters. But I knew what it was. It was. I like watching westerns and war movies too, war shows. Um, as well, I used to love MASH, but I'm not going to go to a tent in the middle of South Korea and uh, cut some dude open and get shrapnel out of his belly because I'm not a doctor and I'm not there. So it's just entertainment. That's all it is. So, but it's okay to watch that stuff. But what we want to do is we want to show people what the real paranormal is. If you're going to actually go out there, and if you just want to be a armchair quarterback in the paranormal, and you just want to watch it on TV, and that's fine, awesome. But if you're going to go out there and actually investigate it and get into it, then that's what we want to do. We want to educate you to do it the right way. I had a lady argue with me the other day. I was talking to her about doing an investigation. She argued with me, this cat is killing my feet. What are you doing? This little kitten keeps, for some reason, isn't fascinated about my feet. She's biting them and scratching them. But she argued with me about salt and sage and crystals and all this stuff. And I was like, look, it's if you want to believe in that stuff, believe in it. That's fine. If you want to put it in your house, put it in your house. There's nothing I can do about that. But all I can tell you is what I know. That's all I can do. 40 years in this, all I can do is tell you what I know, and that's what I do. So, entertainment wise, go for it. Have fun. Watch the movies. Watch the series. Do what you got to do. But when it comes to the real paranormal and getting out there and actually doing it yourself and surviving it, and not destroying yourself or others, then yeah, you need to be educated on how to do it. And that's what we do. That's why I love these classes so much. So we're going to do them, I promise you. We're going to do as long as people sign up for them, I'm going to be there doing them, I promise you. And as long as people want refreshers, I'll be there doing them. All right? When I sign up, when I get my schedule, I'll have to work the day of the class. Can I use the $25 and attend the next class? Absolutely, you can. Yes, we have a couple people that's taken this class coming up, Wesley, that actually paid during the last class, but they weren't able to attend. So once you pay for the class, if you don't get to take the class that day because of work or family or whatever, or you're just sick or whatever, then yeah, you can do the next class without paying. Absolutely. Jensen Ackles. I can never say that last name. But yeah, that's who our dean is. And he can sing, man. Y'all go check him out. He can sing. And Tom Cruise can sing too. Go check him out. Go to YouTube and hit Tom Cruise singing. He can sing. Wanted Dead or Alive, the man can sing. Y'all go check him out. But I think that's all the announcements. The class, we're not going to do the sponsorships. We're still going to probably do the newsletter, but there's going to be a fee for the newsletter. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to do the newsletter, and if you want the newsletter, you can sign up for it, but there's a fee for it. I don't know what the fee is going to be yet. John's going to work on all that. But hopefully with that and this fundraiser we got coming up and a couple of other fundraisers that I've got ideas for, and the class, not really, because we don't really make that much money off it, but it does, even if it adds $1 to the kitty, then it helps. But CAPI's going to make money off the class. They're going to make money off the class, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to pay for what we have to do, and then the money that people pay to do the class is just going to go into the research fund. So they'll be able to, benefit. The team will be able to benefit from that. And I'll just have to bite the bullet on it, I guess, because I want CAPI to continue. I want CAPI Live to continue, but I just can't keep going with it. So, and nobody's helping, so we're just going to do it for as long as I possibly can, and then we'll just stop. Whenever I can't do it anymore, we'll just stop the live. We're not going to stop the classes, and we're not going to stop CAPI, and we're not going to stop investigating and all that. But we'll just have to stop the live part, the weekly show, when it comes to that point. I haven't got there yet, but I'm not kidding you. It's knocking on the door. So, but hey, it is what it is. We started the sponsorship program. I thought people would help out a lot more with that. I got a lot of responses. A lot of people said they would do it, but when it actually come time to do it, But hey, I mean, I'm not putting anybody down. Everybody has their, financial woes. And nobody on the CAPI team, or the CAPI family, not the team, the team too, but nobody in the CAPI family is rich, So we got lives we have to worry about. So I completely understand. I'm not putting anybody down. I promise you. It didn't bother me that no one was able to do it. What bothered me was that a lot of people said they would do it and didn't. That kind of got me a little bit. You're at your hotel. Awesome, John. I'm glad. John is spending the week away from us. He's in Huntsville. Hopefully I will be in Huntsville some this week. I'll go up and aggravate the piss out of him or something, or take him to lunch or dinner. It'd have to be dinner. But hopefully I'll be up there. I'm sure I'll be up there some this week, John. So I'll holler at you. But I think that's it. No sponsorships. We're still going to do the newsletter. I don't know the fee on the newsletter yet. Like I said, John's going to take care of that because he knows everything that's going into it. I'm excited about newsletter, so we're still going to do it. I'm just super excited about it. We'll probably do it like a newspaper type thing where you can buy a subscription to it or something like that. I don't know. That's all John, but that's his baby. I don't want to take anything away from that. So, but we're definitely still going to do the newsletter, the CAPI newsletter. I'm excited about that. We've just got way too many good ideas, and John has put this thing together to where it's just, I can't wait to see the first draft. It's going to be freaking phenomenal. And what we'll do is I'll show you guys the first draft on the show, and then y'all can make up your mind if you want to subscribe to it or not. So it's going to be a lot of fun. But I don't think we're going to make much money on that either, because it's going to cost to do it, and that's probably the fee to subscribe is going to be pretty close to the cost of each one. So probably won't make any money on it, but I still think it'd be cool to do. And plus it'd be kind of like a little cool thing, a little thank you back to you guys. So I think that's all the announcements. We got the class, we got the no sponsors, we got the venue for the investigation, the training investigation, we got the class coming up on the 20th. I talked about, we got a lot of investigations coming up, so we'll have some evidence for you guys soon. I think that's it. Yes, I think that is. I think that's everything I wanted to talk about. John, did I skip anything? Did I forget anything that we said we was going to talk about? I did tell John about we were not going to do the sponsorships. I just thought about that. I just decided that today. And I really should have called him and get him a heads up. But where was your investigation last night? It was in Calera. Am I right, John? Was that where we were at last night? I think it was in Calera, Alabama, which is about an hour from me. Yeah, thank you, Calera. Yep, it was in Calera, Alabama. It was awesome. but it was really small. We had a good time. It was fun just hanging out with John and investigating the paranormal. I would, two things that I love to do: hang out with John and investigate the paranormal. So John and I don't see each other that much because we live so far apart. Trying to get him to move his butt down here. Even got him a job down here and everything, So I'm just trying to get him and Michelle to move their butts down here, close to us. Y'all can move into our house if you want to, John. I don't know where you'll sleep because everything's full, but we'll figure it out. But I got a couch. No, I do. It would be cool if they moved down there or if we moved up there. We're looking for land, so you never know. But I don't want to live in this house anymore. I really don't. So you never know. We may move. I don't like my house. Okay. Um, John lives closer to me. Yeah, he does, Beth. He lives closer to you than he does me. He, I've told you about a place in McAllen. I know you told me about a place in McAllen, but good Lord, the place in McAllen is like $500,000, man. I don't know who you think is rich. Was it fruitful, John? I'll answer that. We don't know yet. We haven't gone over the evidence. I haven't gone over any of my evidence. I don't think John's gone over any of his either. We hadn't had a chance yet. But we will let you guys know if we got anything or not. I kind of don't think we're going to get anything in our evidence. I think we're just going to have to go with the personal experiences that happened, but I don't think we're going to get anything. We go in together and buy the place. There you go. How close is Wetumpka to Sylacauga? I don't know. But I will find out for you. Let us see. It is 55 minutes, 48.8 miles, Leslie. 55 minutes, so about an hour drive. It's 48.8 miles from downtown Sylacauga to downtown Wetumpka. 48.8 miles, or 55 minutes. So an hour. It's an hour's drive. There are lots of houses for neighborhood for sale. I hope you meant in your neighborhood. Atlanta till Wetumpka. I don't know. A couple hours probably. Two and a half hours, John. It's 161.3 miles from downtown Wetumpka to downtown Atlanta, or 2 hours and 33 minutes. Show. All right, y'all ain't looking up no more. Y'all can do the same thing I just did. I don't want to live in Texas. Dear God, no. Silicaca's a beautiful place. If it was closer, I'd say he could move there, but an hour is still very far away. Yeah. He's just over an hour from me now. John, when's a good time to call tomorrow? Oh, you talking to John afternoon. Let's see, yeah, in our neighborhood, just saying. I don't want to live in Texas. I just don't want to live here. I want to live here in this town. I don't mind the town. I love my town. Millbrook's an awesome place to live. But I don't want to live in Texas. I don't want to leave Alabama. Nothing's wrong with Texas. I love Texas. I've been to Texas a lot. I used to go to Texas twice a week. I used to drive from Kentucky to Texas, and then Texas to Kentucky, and then Kentucky to Texas. But I don't. There, I wouldn't want to live there because it's not Alabama. I don't want to live anywhere outside Alabama. If I was to live outside of Alabama, it would be Tennessee, probably. Yeah. Tennessee's the only other state I'd probably live. CTPI doesn't roll off the tongue like CAPI does. That's right. Central Texas Paranormal Investigations. I agree. CTPI doesn't sound as good as CAPI. They would have to change CAPI's name. Yep. Not doing that. Alabama is the place for me. I am Alabama bred, Alabama born, bred, raised. This is my roots. I will never leave this state. Katie loved Texas, went to OTS and flight school there. Yeah, Texas is awesome, y'all. I love Texas as a state. Texas is the only state that's ever been its own country. Did y'all know that? At one time, Texas was its own country. It wasn't part of the United States. John, we can figure out a different name that rolls off the tongue. No, we can't. Johnny is not leaving Alabama. Just let y'all know. The only place like I would even consider, I don't want to move in Tennessee either, but if that would be the only place I would even consider living other than Alabama. This is my town. I love Alabama. Alabama's the best. I've been all over the world. I've met all kinds of people. I've, I, nothing is better than Alabama. The people are a lot nicer. Everything is so much slower and calmed down. Alabama is the best place on earth for Johnny. Texas may be the best place on earth for Katie. Atlanta may be the best place on earth for Tom. But Alabama is the best place on earth for Johnny. This is where I belong. I was born in the South and bred in the South, and I will stay in the South. I love the South. Of course, Texas is kind of like the South, but not really the South. Alabama the beautiful. Amen, Beth. I'm telling y'all, and I'm not just saying that because I live here either. I'm telling y'all, Alabama is the best place in the world to live. I've been all over the place. I've been in Florida. Florida to me is like a different country. If you speak English in Florida, you looked on. You looked weird. In some places in Texas is like that too, Katie. I've been in places in Texas and people couldn't believe I couldn't speak Spanish. So, no, I'm sorry. I don't got nothing for all that. I love Texas. I think it's an awesome state. I love parts of Florida. I think it's an awesome state. I love Mississippi. I spent a lot of time in Mississippi. I did a lot of my teenage years in Mississippi on the beach. But nothing is better than Alabama. I love San Antonio. Best move we've ever made. We've lived in North Carolina, Washington State, Tennessee, Iowa, and now Texas. Texas has been the best so far. It's my happy place. That's awesome. I'm glad you guys made it there. That it turned out to be the best place for you to be, and that's awesome. Pissed. Paranormal investigators of South Texas. I like that, Wesley. That is cool. Katie, you need to start a team. Call it Pissed. That is freaking perfect, Wesley. I love it. We will come to your house and do an investigation, and we are pissed. That is freaking perfect, man. I love it. You hit it on the head, Wesley. That is awesome. Pissed. Paranormal investigator. He says investors, but it's supposed to be investigators of South Texas. Paranormal investigators of South Texas. Pissed. That is perfect. I love it. I love it. The only Spanish I know is service. Cervez. Yep. I would like a cervez, please. Just wish Dad and Mom were closer to us. Yeah, that would be perfect for you, Katie, if your dad and mom were there. That would be, you'd be set then. You see, like I said, Texas is great for Katie and Nathan, and you don't remember your kids' names. Carter. I'm so ashamed. I can't believe I don't remember your. I did remember one of them, but I don't remember. Holy crap. I'm sorry, Katie. I can't remember your daughter's name. But anyway, that's perfect for you guys. You guys moved there and you fell in love, and that's great. That's awesome. Your dreams came true. But what I'm saying is, as far as Gianni is concerned, I've been all over. I've lived in a lot of different places, and I've been, Kylie, thank you, Katie. God, why did I forget that? But, yeah, Kylie, Carter, Nathan, and Katie, yeah. But, they're Texas, and that was their place to be, and it worked out great for them. But, Texas, Alabama is my place, and I will always be here. I will be buried, well, not buried, I'll be cremated here. But, my ashes will be on Alabama, absolutely. I love this state. I've been all over, and nobody is better than the people in Alabama. Nowhere. And I'll tell you one thing: when it comes to patriotic, might be redneck, but they'll lay their life down for their country, and they would never not stand up. Never mind, I ain't gonna get into all that. All that kneeling crap. I ain't gonna get into it because I'll go off on a rant. I ain't supposed to do that on here. Producer will come in and pull the plug. I promise you. But anyway, I think that's all the announcements. Does anybody have anything paranormal they want to talk about? This is the paranormal show, you know. Let's Talk Paranormal is the name of CAPI Live. So is there any paranormal things that you guys would like to discuss tonight? Bring it. Any questions about the dark side, the light side, and the other side? I'll still be buried in Iowa. I'll never forget my roots. Oh, that's sweet. And see, Texas is working out for you, and I think that's cool, but you're from Iowa, and that's just bad. You damn Yankee. Let Antifa come to Birmingham. Won't be pretty, right? Well, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and shut it down for the night. Um, I wanted to make sure we came on and talked about all the excitement that's happening, and make sure everybody knew about the upcoming events and the new venue that I finally got. I know everybody's like, it's about damn time. And I agree, it is about damn time, and I'm glad we got it. So, and it's going to be an awesome place. They did, Tom. We kicked their asses out. That's true. Yep. My niece told me she has a spirit that follows her to where she moves. How many times has she moved, Beth? Beth, that happened to me. Really? I didn't know that, Wesley. Yes, Beth, how many times did she move? That's actually an important question. I know it kind of seems petty, but it is. Oh, wow. 3 times. Did she move because of that? It's about damn time. Jeez, Johnny. I know, right, Katie? I was trying, y'all. I promise you. The whole time I was trying to find a venue. I promise you. I was looking everywhere, high and low. I was calling people. I put out some emails, but it just places that I thought would happen ignored me. Places that I didn't think would happen didn't. So I mean, it was crazy. It goes to show you, especially in the paranormal, you can bend over backwards for a lot of people and do amazing things for them and get them to a point where they're not only better off financially, but better off as in respect and reputation in the paranormal. And then you get them to that plateau and they drop you. They just like, whatever, we're done with you. We don't need you anymore. So, I mean, that happens in every field, and unfortunately, it happened to us a couple of times. But hey, it is what it is. We do what we do. I'm just giving you hell. I totally understand. I know you are, Katie. Well, it wouldn't be a conversation with you if I didn't get hell out of it. Just like I got to mess with you. And you know I'm going to mess with you anytime you say Nathan won't let you do something. You know I'm going to say something then. I promise you. I was talking to Katie a while back, y'all, talking, not on here, but talking to her on the phone. And she had said something, I don't know what it was or something, but she had said, I don't know if Nathan will let me do that or not. I went the hell off. I was like, oh my God. You remember that, Katie? I went off. I was like, don't you ever say that again. I can't believe you. I've had both sides that I've had women that, I've had a girl that tried to control me and tell me what I can and can't do and stuff like that. And I've had a girl that wanted to be controlled, that wanted me to tell them what to do, that didn't, I really don't think had the capacity to do what they were supposed to do without being um, uh, instructed or allowed to do. And I always said, no, if I wanted a Cocker Spaniel, I'd have got a dog. But it's funny. Let me catch up. How do you know the difference between orbs, bugs, and dust in reviewing evidence? Good question. Sometimes you can't tell the difference between bugs and dust. Um, you know, just starting out, you can after you get experience, watching it. But bugs and dust can look pretty close to the same thing. But you look for movement on bugs. Bugs can't sit still. They can't helicopter. You know what I mean? They have to move completely, and they can move in different directions. And dust is usually just now it can also move in different directions if it hits a wind stream. Like if the wind is blowing the dust this way and all of a sudden there's a draft and it'll blow it that way, that can do it well. But the number one thing, I'm glad you asked this question, John, thank you. But the number one thing to is we don't really care if it's a bug or dust, right? Who gives a crap if it's a bug or if it's dust? All we know is it's not an orb. That's all we care about. If someone says, "What is that right there?" I've often said it's either a bug or dust. It's one of those. And which one? Well, I don't know, and I don't care. Why would I care? Why would I? I don't give a crap if it's a bug. If it's a bug, if it's a bug, it's a bug. If it's dust, it's dust. Who cares? It's not an orb. That's all I care about. So if you never learn the difference between a bug and dust, I can pretty much call them now because I've seen so many of them. But I think our producer Corey, he can do because he's super good when it comes to pictures and videos. But I think he could definitely do that too. But uh, it's it gets all we care about is orbs. That's it. I just bit my tongue. That hurt. Anyway, all we care about is orbs. So we don't care if it's bugs or dust, but we just know it's one of them. So the number one thing to look for on an orb, 100% of the time, is it protruding its own light source? All right, not reflecting light or not shining in the light, but is it protruding its own light? That's the number one thing. Forget all that crap you hear about. There's a face in it. If there's a face in it, it's an orb. That's bullshit. It doesn't matter if there's a face in there or not. As a matter of fact, your brain is going to make a face in it. All right, just like it does for the moon and anything else. All right, there's a word for that. All right, but if it's protruding its own light, that's the very first thing you're going to look at. All right, then you can tell by movement. If it's moving against the wind, or if it's moving in one direction but then doesn't change when it should. And it's just that comes with experience and knowing, how stuff is affected by wind and stuff like that. But your number one thing to think about whenever you're looking for an orb is it protruding its own light source? All right. In other words, does it look like there's a light coming from the inside of it and you can actually see the light coming out of it? All right. That's your number one thing when it comes to an orb. All right. I'm just giving you a harder that no, I don't think she has ever moved because of the spirit. My sister-in-law said she has had it since she was a little girl. Oh, that's cool. I would love to speak with her. Johnny has a couple of pictures that he analyzed for me and told me the difference. He has permission to show them. Okay, I will, Katie. Not tonight because I don't know how to get them on this new thing. This is totally different. We've never done it like this before. This format that I have on my screen, I don't know how to do it, but I will definitely share those. Thank you. Nathan knows his place. He knows he can't control anything I do. I think he's just given up on even giving us opinion, giving us opinion. Bless his heart. Katie I pick on her and I make fun of her when she does stuff like that, but I don't. I know that that's one strong woman. Yeah, she wouldn't be controlled by anybody. I promise you. Said it threw stuff at her recently. You need to get us in there, Beth. We need to go help her. Is speed a factor? Not necessarily, because a bug can go pretty damn fast, and dust can go pretty fast too if it has a directional force, such as wind or gravity or whatever. But speed's not usually a factor. But it can be. It depends on. Remember that one we saw? You and I saw? That speed? Probably. But just the speed alone wouldn't tell you that it's an orb. All right. How do you tell the difference between orbs and glare from a light? Well, that's extremely easy. I can tell the difference between, that's called a lens flare. You can tell the difference between a lens, well, I don't know. I'm not going to say everybody can, because I have had a lot of people say that, that it's an orb when it turned out to just be a lens flare. To me, whenever I see it, I can pick lens flares out. Because to me, you ever took a picture of a mirror in the dark and without flash, but when you have your infrared on your camera or a video, you can be filming in a completely dark room, like say it's pitch dark, and you've got your night vision camera and you're filming with it and you're looking around. Or not even a camera. What if you just have goggles, night vision goggles, like the military uses? Anything, your camera, goggles, whatever, if it's night vision. And you're looking through, and that's the only way you can see. I've done investigations in areas where I've had to have a night vision camera just to walk. Not to investigate, but just to walk, because you couldn't see anything. You couldn't see your hand in front of your face. And so I'd had to, look through this thing to be able to get, where I'm going without walking into a wall or walking off a step or whatever. if you ever look in a mirror with night vision, you can't see yourself. And I've seen that on TV before too, on movies, where they've looked in mirrors and seen themselves. You can't do that. That's you. It's impossible to see yourself in a mirror wearing night vision. All you're going to see is a bright white light. That's it. If you look at the lens of the camera, there's usually a little red dot, little red light, really small and really faint, somewhere on the top, either left or right side of the lens. You'll see a little red light. Um, but if you point that towards a mirror, it's it's like you have a 2 million candle watt powered flashlight in front of you in the mirror, and all you can see is that light. So that can never, that to me, it's as easy as looking in a mirror with a flashlight in the dark, and all you can see is that light and maybe a small outline of you. To me, it's just as easy as distinguishing that between an orb and a lens flare, because a lens flare is a reflection of light. It's not a lens flare is not. It's a reflection of light. It's reflecting a light. Um, there's not light coming out of it. It's shining on that. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to. I don't know why I'm brain dead tonight, but an orb is going to exude its own light. It's going to exude its own light. The light's going to be coming out of it. All right. And whether it be as big and bright or small and dim, it's still going to be a light, and you can tell that it will actually shine on other things. If you if you have a lens flare, it's not going to illuminate things around it. That's the best way to talk about it. Like say this globe right here is a orb, and it's just kind of, and you take a picture and you see the orb, and they're like, hey, there's an orb. It's right there over Johnny's left eye. All right, so if it's a lens flare, it's going to be doing like it's doing. See how it's doing right now? See how where is it? See how that light right there is shining off of it? But you can tell that it's actually reflecting that light from the light up here. It's actually reflecting that light. If it's an orb, if it's an actual orb, or wait, if that's if it's a lens flare. If it's a dust or a bug, one, we know it's not a bug. Dust can be, especially in still shot pictures or in video, dust can be stationary. Believe it or not, dust can be stationary for a moment. Um, Bugs, not so much, because something on the bug has to move. You can tell a bug because something on there's going to be a little blur up here, or there's going to be a blur down here, or there's going to be a directional blur, like it's turning real fast. Like you see a picture of cars going down the street. It's not red dot, red dot, red dot. It's red lines, right? So if you see like a directional blur from it, like it's moving, then it's a bug. And if those little blurs are usually wings. That's what those blurs that you see are, is their wings. They're going so fast the camera doesn't pick them up, but you can see like a blur or a haze. So, but a dust can be stationary, especially like I said, in a single shot, or a motion shot camera, or in a video. It can be stationary for a matter of maybe a millisecond as it changes direction or whatever. But it can be stationary for a moment. A bug is like a shark. It can't stop. The only way a shark can breathe going through the water is he has to be moving, right? And his size and his shape, the way he's made, he would just sink. All right, so he has to keep moving. Bugs are the same way. While they're flying, not when they land on something, they could reflect light, but it's still a reflection of light. But while they're flying, they have to keep moving or they're going to fall out of the sky. Like a bird, if it tucks its wings in, not opens its wings up, because birds will open their wings up and just float. But if they just tuck their wings in, they fall. They no longer have that updraft, so they're going to fall. Bugs the same way. No different. Gravity still plays in bugs, so he'll fall straight down. Now, if it's a orb over Johnny's left eye like this, then you're going to see the light coming out of it. It's going to be light exuding. It's like it's this flashlight. ever so dim sometimes super bright. But you're going to see light. Like if it's over right here, you're going to see light over here. Actually, you wouldn't see it there because it's kind of blocking, but over like in this area right here, you're going to see that light over here. And then you're going to see the light here in this side. And then, of course, over in this area right here, you'll see the light. All right. But it'll be atmospheric light. It won't be on something. It'll just because there's nothing there to reflect it except for my shoulder. But it'll be atmospheric light. But you'll be able to tell that it's coming out of it. So always watch for that. When you're looking for an orb in a picture or a video, always, motion is not always a good thing. Speed, how far it went by is not always everything. I know you guys are like going, ow, because I'm making all this noise with this, but it's a perfect example. But look for the light. That's the best thing. Look for that light exhuming from that orb. That'll be your best thing. Is it exhuming its own light? Does it have its own power source? I'll see if she will message you. Okay, absolutely. Tell her to message me. I'm not talking about going to investigate. I just would like to talk to her about the situation. I understand the difference. I sometimes ask, I know what you're doing, John. You don't have to explain that to me. I already know what you do. Can you show the pictures from your phone and show the camera? Pictures, what pictures? Oh, the pictures you sent me? I think I can. Well, let me see. Okay, YouTube off. There's the first one. Move fly. Let's see. I'm trying to get this so you guys can see it. That's the only thing bad about showing them from a phone. A phone? A phone is you can't, the blur. You can't really see it. And now. Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah. Actually, I'm glad you did that, Katie, because that's a perfect freaking example of what is and what isn't. I love this one here. I hope you guys can see this. I don't know if they can see it or not. But look at this. See the child interacting with the spirit? Can y'all see that? I hope y'all can see that. And it's so, I love that one. But I want to show you this one. Come in. I want to show you this one so I can show you. This is a perfect example because it's showing you it's snowing. And in this picture, see if y'all can see that. Can you see that, y'all? I hope you can. But it's snowing in this picture. As you can see all the little snowdrops. John says, hey. But I want you guys to pay close attention to, would you please stop playing with my leg? Look at this scene here. This is a really cool one. So you guys can see that. All right, the two right there together are what's known as snow. See all the snow everywhere on the screen? Let me see where I'm wanting to go. Okay, it's on that black thing. To that side. Hold on, I'm having to show them this, but I'm having to show it to them. All right, this, hold on, I gotta wait for it to catch up. This one right here is actually an orb. Because it's actually exhuming its own light. It's not reflecting light and it's not reflecting white color. It's actually showing its own light. If y'all can see that, I hope you can. But what I'll do is I'll have these pictures put in the system, and that way I'll be able to show you guys. And I'm also going to use them. She's already told me I can use them for training. She told me that a while back. But I'll have them put on here and on the system, and that way y'all can see them. Bye, baby. Let's see. Let's see if we can message you. Okay, any kind of picture that helps IR images from your camera can cause light anomalies. Yes, they sure can. John was saying that IR emitters from your camera can cause light anomalies, right? But it's always going to be. I think Toby is making fun of this example goal. So an orb is emulating light, but a lens flare is like aiming a flashlight at a mirror, and bugs and dust will move. Yes, cut and dry. But an orb can move too, but it's just those bugs and dust are not going to exhume their own light. Okay? Did anyone see something? Can you post them on CAPI Facebook page? Yes, I will, Beth. I'll put them on there. Wow. What did y'all see? At 2:37, 2 hours and 37? I mean, 2:37. If it just happened, we're in an hour and 42 minutes. How could it be 2:37? I don't understand. You got me a bit confused, man. What did you say, John? It's not just it's so hard to explain when my brain is on brain fart, but it's not just emitting its own light, Wesley. It has its own light source. Um, emitting your own emitting light. Okay, I don't know if anyone else has ever done this or not, but I've stared at the sun to where it doesn't blind me anymore. You're not supposed to do that. I'm not telling you to go out and do that. But what happens is when you first look at the sun, you're blinded. There's a light, just boom, and you're completely blinded, right? You can't see anything. It's just, you're like, Well, if you hold your eyes open and continue to stare at that sun, that blinding light goes away, and there'll be a round ball that emits light. It exudes light. There'll be light coming out of that ball. That's the best way to explain it. I'm not telling y'all to go look at the sun. Please don't do that. That's a dumb thing to do. I shouldn't have done it, but I did. My eyes are shot anyway. but my eyes are kind of weird. I can do different things with my eyes that a lot of people can't do. But like I can tell the difference between an LED light and a regular light like that, just by the way it acts whenever I move my eyes. It's weird. But anyway, if you stare at the sun, if you look at the sun, you're blinded. It's like a cascade of light. It's just everywhere. And it's just a boom, and you're just like, oh, I can't see. If you fight yourself and don't do that, if you just stare at it, look at it, it becomes a little ball, a very small ball in the sky, usually smaller than the moon. And it's just got, you can actually see the flames coming off of the sides of the moon, of the sun. Now, like I said, I'm not saying go do that. Please don't go do that. It's very dangerous. You screw up your sight. If you're driving, especially don't do it because you can't see for a minute. And then once you can see, you still got this white ball in front of your field of vision everywhere you look. But that sun, whenever I would stare at it, and it would the blinding light would go away, and it becomes that little ball. That sun, I can tell the light is coming out of it. It's not just emitting light like a flashlight when you turn it on. It just shoots light across wherever you point it. But it's light source is there. You can see a source for the light. You know what I'm saying? There's a core with a light in it that's emitting that light. All right, exuding that light. You can see the bulb, if you will, and that's emitting that light. Same way with a light bulb. If you stare at it long enough, I got the little dot. But if you stare at it long enough, the blindness goes away, and you just see the round bulb or the squiggly bulb, whichever kind you have, or the elongated bulb or whatever you have. You'll just see that, and you can see that core, that light emitted out of it from that source. Okay, the blindness goes away, and it's just that light. You can see the source from it, and it's coming out. All right. I hope I'm saying that so you can understand, Wesley, and everybody else. Um, it's not just emitting light, but it has a light source, and it's exuding that light. All right. I'll have to go back. It was why you were using the snowball for your example. Okay, I'll go back and look too. All right. All right. I hope I explained that good to everybody. Um, I'm going to go ahead and cut it out for the night. I'm getting very hungry, and I have a lot of paperwork to do. So still got a while before I can go to bed, and I'm already getting my eyes are starting to get kind of sandpapery. So I'm ready because I'm sleepy. But thank you guys for being here. I'm excited about what's coming up with the team. I'm excited about what's coming up with the classes, and I'm super excited that we finally got a venue that we can do our training investigation at. So you too, Beth. Thank you. But John, I will go back and look and check that out. Thank you for pointing that out. I'll check it. I'll check it out. I don't want you to tell me what you saw yet until after I look at it. But that's pretty cool. But as always, we love you guys. I hope you guys have a great, great week. I hope you have a paranormal week. Of course. I always try to play that in, and I always mess it up. But yeah, I love you. I hope you have a paranormal week, and we will see you guys next Sunday. Um, Still working on doing more than one show a week. Just got to kind of figure out the logistics to that between work and YouTube. So we love you guys. We will see you guys Sunday. If you have any questions or anything like that, just let me know. Please make it to the meet and greet. Please make it to the class if you haven't had one yet. And if you don't make it to anything, make it to the meet and greet on the 13th, please. That's going to be phenomenal. You guys will not regret being there. I promise you. We have a lot of fun at those things. And so we got some cookouts coming up, some camping trips, and the class and the investigation. So love you guys. We will see you guys next Sunday. You guys have an awesome paranormal week. Good night.